That's not a pussy. This is a pussy.
And now, CheezWits.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
That good, huh?
How you doing? I just left my chiropractor.
Oh.
And he's let's just say that he is a spendthrift and he doesn't have the air conditioning on and it's 85 degrees.
Oh.
So,
No, I would die.
yeah, I know you would.
Yeah. 85 degrees.
So,
whoa.
hey, but all the snow's gone. No, it's not. Actually, it's 85 degrees and there's snow at the end of this fucking parking lot.
Well, it only got to about 70. Well, it's 76 now, but there's a thunderstorm starting right now. So it could interrupt the show.
Yeah, there's supposed to be bad storms here tonight.
Yeah. I don't know how bad these are going to get, but I guess we're going to find out.
Yay, weather.
Yay, weather. I think we've had enough of the weather.
Oh, God. So where did you all work in New York? Because I traveled home the, quote, back way.
Yeah.
And saw road signs that kind of looked familiar for names that I've heard, I think, in the past, but I don't know.
Well, we started in Ithaca. Well, it was Cortland, technically. And then we were in Rome.
Okay.
You're talking about
I think I saw signs that directed me toward that way off of 84. So, but I'm not positive.
84. I don't remember where 84 even is.
Maybe it's 87.
Pennsylvania? Yeah, I think it's 87.
Mm. Can you guys
We
hear
came
that
through
thunder?
New York first. Stuck what?
My dick.
Okay.
I said, can you hear that
It's
thunder?
after you kicked me in the balls.
By the way, I hope you guys are here, like, ready to throw down. I hope you're here ready to fight.
What are you talking
Who are
about?
we fighting for?
What do we fight? What?
Your boy RFK is coming for Duncan.
Hey,
I know,
listen,
right?
Listen. I saw that. And, if you want to lose the Northeast, that's how you do it quickly.
That's exactly how you do it.
Oh, yeah. No doubt.
In fact, everything I've seen about RFK coming for Duncan is from mass holes saying, "You can come pry it out of my cold dead hands."
Basically, yeah. I mean, what the fuck, man? What are you going to do now? Go close down the Hy-Vee because they sell the same ingredients?
I'm sorry I'm late. I wasn't really that late, though.
Look, Wally, within 5 minutes of the top of the hour, we consider you on time.
Says the one who used to always be the one late.
Well, I used to be the one that was always late, but now I'm not. But listen, yes or no, this is just a question, yes or no. Would you today? No, you would not. No, you would not. Okay.
Chris, you're going to have to repeat the question because you dropped out right after would you.
I said, would you? See, I thought Wally heard the question, and that's why he was laughing so hard.
No.
I said, would you trust Wally to go in the studio and pot up the network news directly at the top of the hour? And the answer is no.
Oh, hell no.
No, not at all. Well, you could sit in there and be WSYR, Syracuse, dead air. Dead air.
Oh.
Dead air. And then halfway
Chris,
through Mutual, there comes Wally.
Chris, I'm going to tell you now, I was the king of dead air.
Do you still have the dreams, though?
Yes.
I did, too.
There was a time I can remember having to be at the station at 6 a.m. on a Sunday. This was at Yes FM. Having to be at the so I was still in college, PS, by the way, 6 a.m. on a Sunday, hungover as fuck, probably still drunk as a matter of fact, to run the board for fucking Rick D's or whatever it was we were running, and sleeping, like basically sitting there with my feet propped up on the board and my eyes closed until I heard whatever the cue was. And then I would launch myself up and hit the thing that I was supposed to hit and then lean back and go back to sleep. And then the dead air, thing would happen. And yeah, that's me. My bad.
I had that happen in the middle of the night one night. I fell asleep when I was running a talk station.
Yeah.
In DC. It was like 1993, and they had a reel-to-reel tape backup at the transmitter that went on after, get this, 10 minutes of dead air. Okay. So once I heard the dead air, I was just asleep, and then I hear, this is WWRC, Washington. And I'm like, where the hell is, oh shit! But I still have the dreams though. Like a couple nights ago, I'm at Mix 107.3, but it's in this really awful studio with a CRT monitor running some automation system that I've never seen. And the songs keep running out and I can't find the right songs to play. I can't find anything that's familiar, and I look at the CDs and it's something like Husker Du's Fuck Your Mom in the Ass or something like that. And I'm like, well, I can't play that. And I keep looking for something else, and then I'm looking for the contest, and the contest doesn't exist, but I've got people calling the hotline and it's blinking. Do you know you have dead air? Yes, I can't find any music. I mean, I haven't been in that studio since 2002.
I have had when I worked at WGAW.
Why is everybody cutting out?
I was in college. I'm driving. I just started driving, so I'm just moving into the what do you call it? The parking garage. So that might be it. Give me a minute. But when I was there, I came in Sunday mornings at 6:00, fired up the station, and I was a college student who was out all night Saturday night. I fell asleep all the time while we were on the air, constantly. The Lutheran Hour, which was a half hour, would run about 45 minutes. Mm-hmm. You'd get 45 minutes of the Lutheran Hour, which was actually a half hour Lutheran Hour and 15 minutes of nothing.
Yeah, well, see, now when I did that with the Lutheran Hour, I would run the half hour of the hour, Lutheran Hour, and then, God forbid, I'd walk out of the studio, take a piss. I'd look at the CD player. I'm like, I got 5 minutes left. Went, take a piss. Well, unfortunately, there's only 2 minutes left of show. And then all of a sudden you hear 30-second promo. Next week on the Lutheran Hour. Yeah.
Oh, how I ever advanced in my career based upon my first paid job. Mm-hmm. How I ever advanced anywhere, I have fucking no idea.
Listen, here's what's funny. Based upon my first paid radio job, Wally hired me.
Well, yes, I did. Well, by that time, Jessica, I had become good at what I was doing, but I'd also become very good at recognizing, Jess, please.
Amazing talent?
I did become really good.
Talent?
I really became good at recognizing talent. I just did, and you were on the precipice of a person who was going to be able to make me look good. You just were.
You know what? It's crazy to me that anybody thought that. Why? Not about you, about me.
Why?
Because as far as I knew at the time, I was just bumbling along. Like, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. If I did anything right, it was by accident. And even as much as, people telling me I was good at what I did, I remember Joey Gates's face the first day that I was on with him in the morning show. And he said to me something like, just, I'll throw it to you, just go with it. If it gets weird, I'll take over. Like he didn't know what was going to happen because I had never done a morning show before. And
right.
I remember he said something, I immediately snarked back, and I remember his eyes getting big for just a second, and then just he rolled with it, and he said to me, "Holy shit, that was really good." But I never believed when people said that to me, especially if I was brand new and I didn't know what I was doing and I didn't know why it was really good. So to hear somebody say,
they talk.
Well, but to hear somebody say that you saw any kind of talent in that what felt like a bumbling mess is crazy to me.
So if you just look back at our little station there in Rome, New York, fucking to a person, we had some of the best fucking staff people in that fucking area. Mm. And they were young upstarts. Fucking Roadrunner. He was a fucking, a kid. Mm. He was just a tiny kid. People who I hired in Cortland, Deming Jones. Mm-hmm. He fucking had a great radio career. Bill Millman went on to have a great career in records. Mm-hmm. Right? There was just, I just got good at being able to pick out fucking people that were going to be good. I don't know why. I can't even explain it. A lot of it has to do with, like you, Jess, in my impression, I'm not stroking anything because there's no reason to stroke anything. But you were fucking willing to learn. You were willing to listen, even though, you often will say, that you're a snarky bitch or whatever. Yeah, but you're just not a snarky bitch because you are fucking, you're a snarky bitch who sponges everything up. Mm-hmm.
I think we need to rephrase it. Shit. I mean, she definitely is a snarky bitch.
Mm-hmm.
No, she is, but she uses shit the right way. She fucking you take the lesson and you turn it however you need to turn it to make it work. But it works. Mm. You just were good at it. Mm. There's no other way. No, you just were good at it.
Let me take you back to...
And you've almost had a career at it, right?
Almost.
Go back to 1997, okay? I'm sitting in a staff meeting at a radio station in D.C. I say it's in D.C. The AM was in Rockville, which is Montgomery County. The FM was in Warrenton, which is Fauquier County. So we got the affluent Virginia area on the FM. And the AM, it is what it is. Right. And sitting in the staff meeting, it's me. I've got a girl sitting next to me. There's a few other people. And the owner of the station walks in, who I love dearly at this point, even though he's dead. At that point, I had mixed feelings, and he had a high voice. He said, "Now listen, welcome to insert call letters here. And at Radio Broadcast Communications, we give people an opportunity that wouldn't normally have an opportunity in radio." And the girl sitting next to me, who had done nights on some big FM, started crawling across the conference table to leave the room because she was so pissed off at that statement. Okay? I had to actually grab her by her cankles and pull her back.
Because the statement is essentially, you wouldn't have a chance anywhere else because you're not that good.
Yes.
Wow.
Who would normally not have a chance to work in radio.
That is pretty shitty.
Yeah. That's pretty good. That was pretty good.
I don't think I've ever been I've never said anything like that to anybody.
Dude, I didn't get demoralized like that again until I got to Salem.
Yeah, I had to move to Texas to get demoralized.
Well,
yeah.
That might have been before the job that I just taught you about. So I'd already been taught too badly. By the way, hi Julie, how you doing? How is everything?
Thanks for listening.
Doing well. Hope you're doing well, you fucking cunt.
Wow, that seems a little extreme.
Well, look, Julie, I'm. The fact that Jess was hearing about Julie when I was currently married to somebody else, when we were working together up in Frederick, tells you how much that Julie fucked me up. Mm-hmm. I mean, she fucked me up. Was she your
wife?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Julie was wife number 1.
Oh.
And
I didn't know her name. I don't know if you've ever. I don't know that I remember that. I think I just known her as, the derogatory names.
well,
One of the funniest things about Julie is when I was working at Salem, Channel 7 was across the street, and that's where she was working at the time. And there's a CVS in the bottom of that building, and here comes fucking, Princess coming down the escalator. And I look and I say, "Hey, what's up, Jules?" And she waves her hand and says, "Oh, hi, thanks for watching." And I said, "Ex-husband, what the fuck are you doing here?" "You're a fucking CVS right here. I'm getting my prescription, bitch.
wow.
Go get it somewhere else." Okay.
I
So,
just feel like if I were to run into my ex-husband, I wouldn't be that nice.
Well, I know you wouldn't. I know you'd have a fucking torch at his genitals. I get that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But,
And
the other thing with Julie is somebody from over there, this part-timer from over there, came over and wanted to get a part-time job with me. Because, offices are close together. What the fuck? So she comes over and I said, "Yeah, I used to be married to someone that works over there." She says, "Who's that?" And I said, Julie Wright. And
no relation.
Wait, is your name Chuck? I said, no, Chuck's her current husband. God, she told everybody that Chuck's her first husband. Really? I'm like, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And she's like, "Are you sure it's Julie Wright?" And right there, I pulled out the church directory that I happened to have from 1999 with our pictures in it. And I pulled it out, and there was said Chris and Julie Roth. And there she was. And woman's like, "Oh my God." She took a picture of it, took it back to Channel 7, and all of a sudden everybody knew they couldn't trust a certain Julie.
Wow.
I love that.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I was going to say, given all the stuff that we talked about my stupid ex before, maybe it was last episode, I don't know, last week. And you were talking about how you couldn't believe I would put up with the shit from him. And I mentioned how, he did it so subtly. Mm-hmm. I thought of something just earlier when we were talking about me being a snarky bitch. And the way that both of you said I was a snarky bitch.
Right.
But you did it in a way that...
Oh, dear.
I understood that it was a lighthearted, haha, she's a snarky bitch kind of way. Right. And that's been a thing that I have played on for years and years and years, that I'm a snarky bitch.
Right.
Ha ha ha, I'm a snarky bitch. It's funny.
Right.
There was one time I can remember that he was mad at me about something. I don't remember what it was. But we were talking about something completely, we weren't arguing, we weren't fighting, but he was annoyed with me. And he said, "That's because you're a bitch."
Ooh.
And it was like this tone that made me stop and go, oh, that didn't feel lighthearted and fun. That didn't feel like, haha, I'm a snarky bitch.
It's funny that you say it that way because, when I was finally had balls enough to speak up to the princess, I guess it was right around the time a certain movie came out. And I said to her, "Listen, you know what? You might be, but you're a mean girl. You're just a mean girl.
You can't sit with us."
Yeah. Yeah, we were pink. You can't sit with us.
You can't sit with us.
Yeah.
No sitting with us.
And I plan on finally going to a quote counselor. My boss is rather insistent upon it. Okay. So I can't wait to unload all this laundry on this new woman about how this woman has fucked me up so much in life.
Yeah.
And how I think that her fucking up has held me back in multiple ways.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All of this shit affects every part of us.
You know, I had an opportunity to go to New York years ago. I had up to WPLJ because I was working for ABC.
No shit.
Like, yeah, you know,
Right.
you want to come up and, you know, do like, you know, Saturday nights or something. And I wasn't good enough.
Wait, say that again. You cut out a little bit.
You were worried you weren't good enough?
No, Julie told me I wasn't good enough.
Oh, fuck her.
Wow. Well, you were married at the time?
So I never went up there. I never went for the opportunity.
Fuck
Whoa.
off.
Man.
A station like PLJ doesn't offer you an opportunity. I mean, I know you
If
know
you're not
this.
good enough.
Right, I know you know that, but a station like PLJ doesn't offer you an opportunity if you're not good enough.
Exactly.
No,
but
fuck
she
no.
told me I wasn't good enough and reinforcing that I was.
I mean, I get it.
So
I get it. If anybody gets it,
Wow.
it's me.
I don't know. That just sounds like shit.
Yeah, it does.
That what that is not cool.
you know,
Wow.
I just feel I could have done so much more. But the closest I'll be on the air to New York City at my advanced age is if you get in taxi cabs in New York right now, you'll hear me say something about for visually or for people that need audio assistance and are visually handicapped, please press the bottom right corner of the screen. Not that any blind person's going to know what the bottom right corner of the screen is.
Right.
But every taxi cab in New York City's got me that has the Verifone system in the back has got me saying stuff like that.
That would be hilarious.
Really?
Randomly get into a taxi and all of a sudden hear Chris Roth's voice. Like, what the fuck? I can't get away from this guy.
3 years ago, I got in the taxi in New York going to the Javits Center the first time. I'm like, Jesus Christ, that's me. Holy shit. That was weird.
It's like
That's fucking odd.
it's like driving anywhere in the East, the whole East Coast, and turning on any radio station and you're going to hear Dave Steele.
You know what? I don't hear Dave as much as I used to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that and he unfriended me on Facebook, but I don't hear him as much as I used to.
Well,
You know,
So-
I don't know why, but you know, I hear him on some country stations, but not. You know, now I'm hearing I hear Scott Fisher everywhere now.
I
Scott
wonder
Fisher
if
and Jim Cutler.
I
everywhere.
wonder if like iHeart and Cumulus and the big companies have done deals with, you know, one voice guy for all of their stations. So
iHeart took all their imaging voices in house,
yeah.
and I think that I don't think Cumulus has yet. I know that Odyssey was talking about it, but you know they still have the same voice guy that I put on Classic Hit Station. It's the liners I fucking wrote are still playing.
Yeah.
So, since we're talking about the big assholes, so what is the two big pieces of news? One, is it iHeart going to farm out sales? Did I read that?
They're farming out Traffic and Continuity, which is actually the new company that I just started doing for smaller stations. So, I mean, that's the trend, the way to go now. Why pay somebody $50,000 to sit in the office when I can knock out a log in an hour and a half? You know,
Right.
but yeah, they're outsourcing Traffic and Continuity. Cumulus did that about 2 years ago.
I thought they
And who
had.
filed for bankruptcy? Did Cumulus just file for?
Yep.
And so I was reading some of the comments under the Cumulus announcement, and the funniest ones I was seeing was, "Well, iHeart will be buying this." Are you fucking kidding?
iHeart
They're
couldn't
broke
buy fucking
too.
diapers.
They couldn't buy a Dunkin' Donut right now.
Speaking of budget cuts, though, did you guys see this story about the Department of Labor in Washington?
Mm-mm.
They used AI to voice their automation system when you call in. So,
Oh, yeah.
like people who need
Really?
to go on unemployment or whatever. And apparently, if it where it said like for Spanish, press 2.
Hello.
It wasn't in Spanish. It was in English with a Spanish accent.
Like, did they say something for Spanish press too?
Yeah, basically. Welcome to
or-
the Department of Labor for Spanish press. Yeah, like that. Like once they got into the Spanish, what was supposed to be the Spanish language, it was all English, but with a Spanish accent.
Go ahead, you press 2 now.
You pressed the wrong button, Pedro.
You haven't no work. You press a 2. He sent you money.
That's Italian, Wally.
It's a little bit of both.
I didn't know you could speak
your
Italian.
Racism is so confused right now.
Yeah.
I wish I could do any of those things. I just have never been. It's never dawned on me to learn how to make fun of people because of their accent.
No. That's a skill I wish I had developed a long time ago because I miss out on so many audiobook opportunities because I can't do accents well.
Really?
Did I not tell you about how I accepted a book and then I started to read it and I realized that the main character was supposed to have a French accent and it didn't say that in the audition. And I emailed the author and I was like, I can't do a French accent. Not with any, like, audiobook listeners are pretty brutal if you fail at something like that.
My name is Jess. Oui.
Oui. And
the only one I know is take you to the Casbah.
She said the author emailed me back and she said, well, her stepfather is from Texas, so her accent can be very light. And I was like, I mean, I'll try. And then as I'm reading more and more of it, I was like, I can't do this. And so this is the first time in my life I've ever had to go to an author and say, I'm so sorry. I have to back out of this. I can't. I'm not the one who can do this book. And I really thought that I had burned this bridge because it was a series. And then she had already sent me the second one. And that main character had a Scottish accent. And I can do that for a second, but not for any sort of sustained first-person audiobook.
Your mother, Trebek.
So
yeah, here's my other one. It's a great day for racing. That's it. This is Jockey Stewart. It's a great day for racing.
So I had to back out of that, and she was totally cool, but I really thought, like, that sucks. That's a bridge burned. And then, like, 2 weeks later, she emails me again, and she's like, I have this other one. It's based in the U.S. There's no crazy accents. Do you want it? And I was like, wow, I'm really actually surprised to hear from you. And she said, I loved your audition so much, and I really would love it if you would do at least one of my audiobooks.
I promise I'm not going to fuck you over again, oui.
Well, here's the thing. I said, yeah. She sends me the script. There's a goddamn Australian in it.
Oh my God.
He's not first person, and I didn't have to maintain it for a whole chapter. So I would do bits and pieces of his. There was very little dialogue from him. And she was like, oh, just don't do the Australian accent. And I was like, it says right here, he said it in his thick Australian accent. I can't say, said Tom in his thick Australian accent and not do the thick Australian accent.
Said Tom is good day.
Good day, matey.
Good day, mate.
Now that's a knife.
Oh, yeah, that's our only exposure to. So this is when we are so American in that way, right?
Yeah.
Dingo ate my
I did reach out to my friend, my American friend who lived in Australia for a while, and I asked him for some tips, and he gave me some. And then also, whenever
and the first tip was, don't call me at this hour.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. His first tip was, I'll only put it into the tip. That's it.
But then I also, before going into any piece of dialogue in Australian, I would say to myself, oh, that's a knife.
No, you have to do like I used to. What was the one I had to, when I used to do English, I would have to say, care for a spot of tea. And I always had the same thing I'd have to say to try to get myself to get in that area.
Yeah.
Care for a spot of tea?
That's a knife.
That's a knife. That's not a knife.
That's not
That's
a knife. That's a knife.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. God love you, kid. I couldn't do that.
I don't know. I mean, the book, I have not seen anything in the reviews yet about my Australian accent. Mostly it's got decent reviews so far, so we'll see.
Don't let me fucking find it.
It's the one we talked about last week with the sex scenes.
Ooh.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So what did he say? Yeah, I can't even go. All I can think of right now was Scott like, oh, you got a great pussy.
Oh, my, and all of a sudden my pussy was yearning.
I didn't do the Scottish one, Wally.
That's not a pussy. This is a pussy.
No, the Australian guy did not have any of the sex scenes.
Those aren't tits. These are tits.
There's no way I could get through a sex scene in an Australian accent. There's no fucking way.
Oh, that'd be too funny. No, you could say that's a knife as many fucking times as you wanted to. You could not get through. You just couldn't.
I had to say that's a knife before
he was. That's a knife. He was hung like a horse. That's a knife. She had great tits. You couldn't do it. I can't even do it. Just thinking about it, even in my head, I can't even hear the accent.
Mm.
That's like an art form. So, did you take a course in accents?
No, I have not had time.
Are you going to?
I would love to, but I
Are you
have
listening to the same show that I am, Wally? Because no, she did not take any fucking courses. No. Absolutely not.
And
well, she took a couple courses and other things.
I took an acting for audio course, but I currently have all of these unpaid jobs taking up all of my time, so I don't have time to take an accent course.
I think she's saying she wants to get paid for the CheezWits, Wally.
I would love that. Yeah.
You want to? She wants to renegotiate.
I want to renegotiate this deal. Yeah.
Well, you've alienated every goddamn sponsor. So
yeah, you snarky bitch.
You bitch.
I mean, you started off with the big one. You started with Walmart to begin with.
Yeah.
And then you moved on to fucking Cellular One or whatever the other phone company was, and then the roof company.
Allstate's not going to advertise.
No,
Christ
fuck
almighty.
no.
I mean, we couldn't even get the fucking IGA at this point.
Oh no. Yeah, absolutely.
You know what business I've never said a bad thing about? Wegmans.
Yeah, that's two things. Yeah. Wegmans and female hygiene products. That's two things that you've never said anything bad about.
Mm-hmm.
Wegmans is good though.
Yeah.
Wegmans is
nothing wrong with a store that has a train running around the top of it. That's fun.
And there's a restaurant in downtown Madison, Wisconsin, that has a train that goes all the way around. It's like a breakfast restaurant. It goes all the way around the restaurant. It's very cool. It's a very neat thing. I wish I could remember the name of it. I like Madison. Have either one of you been to Madison?
Nope. But every time it comes up,
I've been to Madison many times.
You go on and on about how much you like Madison.
It is. I do. It may not be a great city. Chris, when's the last time you were there? Anytime recently?
A couple of years ago.
Is it still a great city, or is it a shithole now?
I have no problem with Madison.
It's just weird how some places, like Memphis, will never be a good city. I don't think. I would never go to Memphis and be surprised. You couldn't surprise and say, "Wow, fucking Memphis is great now." I don't imagine that ever being said by anybody who's ever been to Memphis. That's not a thing I could think would ever happen.
Jess?
But Madison could be a place. Yeah, Jess, you've been there.
I lived there. I lived there.
Yeah. Could you ever imagine going back to Memphis saying, man, Memphis is great?
You know what? When I went there as a tourist, I did think Memphis was, like, I was excited to move there when I was moving there.
Right.
But seeing a place as a tourist is so different than living in that place. But I loved Beale Street. I loved all of the music and the food, right. and the people were so nice there. I didn't realize that Memphis itself was a shithole. I didn't realize you could get murdered. Well, no, I do. I take that back. years and years ago, when I was with I told you guys about the morning guy who was named Cornbread. He was a big Elvis fan. And so this would have been early 2000s, probably, like early 2000s. We went to Graceland, and he wanted to stay at the Heartbreak Hotel, which is right across the street. And so we had booked at the Heartbreak Hotel, and we got there, and it was kind of like we're looking around this area. Like, we didn't know Graceland was in the ghetto. And and so we get to the Heartbreak Hotel, and it looks from the outside, like, it looks gorgeous. The lobby is gorgeous. The lobby is decorated like the Jungle Room. And then you get your keys and you go up in the elevator and you come out in this hallway that looks like the Motel 6, but all of the fixtures have been spray painted gold. And we got into the room, and like the towels had holes in them. And
what?
It was trash. And it was like January or February. And so we looked out the window, and there was a heart-shaped pool, but it was covered up because it was too cold. And we got there at like 7:00 at night or something, and we tried to order a pizza, and nobody would deliver a pizza to us there because they didn't want to get murdered or mugged or whatever.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
But every other time I had been there, like I had gone down several times for the St. Jude seminar, but we spent all of our time at the Peabody Hotel and on Beale Street. And so I thought Memphis was great, other than that one little part where Graceland was.
Yeah, so it's sort of like all the other cities and places. So if you go to Boston's a great fucking city to walk around. You go a quarter mile in any direction, and you're going to get killed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same. DC, I love DC. I really like being in DC. It is a fucking great city to walk around in. If you're on the
mall
down where government is, you're on the mall. You're where the mall. Oh, great! But you go a half mile in any direction, you're gonna be dead if you're not the right whatever. If you're just not hanging right, you're dead. That's like in Los Angeles. When I lived in Los Angeles, same thing. If you stayed in the touristy parts, it was all fine. It's when you actually got outside a half mile in any direction, you're gonna die.
Yeah, immediately outside of downtown Nashville is pretty sketchy.
Yeah, I would bet.
Mm-hmm.
I would bet, because it's even like here in Little Maine. You know, it's where the money is made. It's really nice where the money for the state is made, where the money for the area is made. So Nashville is fucking right. It's just they grow money there.
Downtown.
But they don't pass it on to anybody else, unfortunately, I think.
No, they raised our goddamn property taxes again, so my mortgage is going up, even though my homeowner's insurance is going down.
Hey, don't you fucking hate that?
Mm-hmm.
Our mortgage payment has gone up $200 in the last year.
Yeah, mine's about to.
And it's all because of fucking property tax.
And it's not like I can call the mortgage company and be like, "Hi, I'm unemployed. How can we not do that?"
Yeah, it blows, right?
I don't want to raise any flags with them.
I mean, knocking at your door. Who come knocking my door?
No, but it's like one of those things
no
where
job right now.
Maybe they reevaluate my loan, and I've got a good interest rate with them, so I don't want them to reevaluate my loan.
Who's your lender?
Chase.
Oh yeah, fucking Chase. Those fucks. They were our lender until they didn't lend us the money to buy our house. I think we were 5 days away from closing, and Chase said, "Yeah, we've decided not to loan you the money now. Everything was done. Everything was ready." They said, "Yeah, we think there's too much value in the land."
What?
Yeah, too much value because we had 25 acres and it's waterfront. So they're like, "Oh yeah, we think it's just too fucking much." I'm like, "Well, you guys suck, and we got another lender right off. What the fuck?
They ended up not requiring. I was actually paying less than this house was evaluated for, so they didn't require I can't think of what it's called. The assessment. Something.
Yeah, an assessment.
Yeah, they didn't require that because I was paying less than what it was valued at.
Oh, you were buying it with equity.
No, it was that for some reason, the company kept lowering I bought the house from a company that is one of those, like, we pay cash for your house, and so you don't have to worry about it. We just take care of all the things. And so I'm pretty sure they lost money on this house because they dropped the price 2 or 3 times. They had accepted an offer on it. And so it came off the market, and I was so bummed out, and then it came back on. And so they kept lowering the price and lowering the price. And so when I finally got the offer on my house so that I could move forward on putting an offer on another house, this one had just come back on the market. So that company ended up losing money, and I think they priced it below market value. And I don't know. I mean, it's not like there's anything wrong with the house. It's a great house.
No, maybe it was one of those companies or real estate agents that will sell your house for you, and if we don't get what you want, we have to pay you the difference. And they're like, fuck, we're fucked.
No, they bought it outright from the previous owners, and then they did all of the, painted everything beige and fixed whatever needed to be fixed and sold it as is.
House-wise, I'm having the weirdest fucking problem in mine. Did I tell you about the breaker situation last week?
No.
Okay. So I'd noticed that the breaker for the now keep in mind, this house 2017. Okay.
Yeah.
The breaker went off for the oven and microwave. They're both on one circuit. Okay. Which not a big deal because it's a gas range and it's only the electric ignition for the stove. Okay. So not a big deal. So it's not a lot of draw, but it just breaks like once every 5-6 hours, just breaks. So I pulled the load off, unplug the stove, unplug the hello everybody, drop a load, pulled off the anything that was plugged into that, and it still breaks. Now the washer is breaking for no reason.
And that's on a different breaker?
On a different breaker with no load on it. It'll just once a day, it'll break. But there's nothing plugged in. And last night, I went to turn on the overhead lights in the living room. I'm sitting there, nightly routine, get something to eat, sit there, watch The Sopranos, have the lights on kind of dim. Nightly routine. Hit the light switch, the on switch, nothing. There's an on switch at the bottom of the steps and an on switch over by the kitchen. And it's one of those weird rocker switches to, for dimming lights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wouldn't come on. Wouldn't come on. Wouldn't come on. I'm like, what the fuck is up with this fucking Shelley fucking long money pit? What the fuck? So I said, fuck it. I threw my hands up. I looked at Jenna. I'm like, I don't fucking know. So I sat down. I ate my food. I got up, went over to the kitchen, just randomly said, I just wonder. I hit the up button. Lights went on without a problem. No issue. Turned right the fuck on.
Interesting.
So I have no idea what the fuck is going on.
Might be time to have an electrician look at that panel and see if it's
I think so.
Faulty something.
You are in the money pit.
Mm-hmm.
It's got those weird new kind of breakers in it that, they switch left and right, obviously like a normal breaker, but there's a test button on the breaker.
The little yellow test button?
Yeah, well, it's a white test button on this, but it's, it's a test button. Plus it has an LED readout that will blink a certain number of times to tell you what kind of fault it's experiencing.
Oh, that's
and it's
fancy.
not telling me what it is, but that's that fancy new shit.
Mine is not
what
that.
Kind of fault? What kind of fault you're experiencing? What was the electrician your ex-wife?
Yeah, you think you're thinking so.
I found a fault. You're no fucking kind of breaker.
Oh my god!
Yeah, you're fucked. It sounds like you're fucked, Chris.
Uh-oh. Now he's gone.
He is gone.
What the hell? Did he? I wonder if the electricity
Maybe the
went
breaker
his
got him.
breaker went out.
Yeah, what happened to Chris?
Now, do
Chris's
you know that
breaker went out.
if you close your Gmail, it also closes this fucking conversation? Do you know that? I do now.
Who knew?
We thought your breaker malfunctioned.
Yeah, you thought Julie came by and flipped my switch.
She said, "Let's get that load off you right now."
Yeah, get that load off of you and onto me. Come on.
So, Chris, did you say a little bit ago? Are you going to go see a new therapist?
Yes, a new therapist. The rapist. Yes.
Not the rapist.
What has brought you to this?
My boss, who is also my best friend, just sees how fucked I am in the head. You know, I think I'm a little better since I started taking the Adderall.
Right.
But the death and despair is still there all the time.
Right.
Like yesterday, I worked, but I did it all from bed. I took my laptop, brought it to the bed. I never moved from that bed. Never moved. Couldn't do it. I physically couldn't fucking do it. And, believe me, today, if I didn't have to go out and do things, I probably would have done the same goddamn thing. But
do you mean that Jess and I are able to get you out of the bed?
Well,
wow.
Honestly, no.
Sexy boy.
No, that's not it at all. I mean, Jess, you'll remember 15 years ago, there were some afternoons that I would just call you and say, look, I just can't be there. And that was the beginnings of this, I'm sure. But it's just gotten worse over time. And, the only thing that got me out of bed today, Wally, you fuck, was the chiropractor. Okay, I had to be at the chiropractor at 3:30, but that's why I scheduled the chiropractor at 3:30 so I can be out of there at 4 and on this call and feel some sort of purpose for 90 minutes.
Yeah, but you are good at not letting people down, which is nice.
Well, that's the thing. That's why
it's just you're fucking with, right?
All the doctors, they're like, you're not suicidal, are you? I'm like, look, I don't like pain. I don't like blood. I don't like disappointing people. So no, not at all.
So this is didn't you start seeing the rapist a few months back?
I saw somebody a couple times and it didn't work out.
Right.
So
that's the worst thing about having to find a new therapist is that if you're in a position where you really need to find a new therapist, the process of finding one is so much work.
Yeah. And this one's kind of being thrust upon me because he's done good work for my boss's family. So I'm going to see somebody else in the practice there that, so there's no HIPAA bullshit. But, fine. And I'm going to have to go to Alabama and see her in person once because that's where she is.
Oh,
but
wow.
Yeah, the rest of them are going to be telehealth or whatever.
And are they licensed? So like my therapist is only licensed in Tennessee. So she can, even virtually, she can only.
You may want to edit this part out of the show. I don't know. I really don't care. They legally changed my address to Alabama for this purpose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So. Good enough.
Well.
Yeah.
So I mean, we'll see what happens, and maybe this one is not the answer either. I just don't know. I don't have the answers.
Yeah. So the good thing here is that at least you're continuing to look and search.
Well, yeah, trying to figure out something because I mean, listen, life can't be this fucking miserable. It just can't. And I told you about my sister's goddamn miracle last week. She's still in rehab, to get all of her shit together, I guess. But I said, hey, how you doing? She's like, I want to get the fuck out of here and live my life. Well, okay, boy, I wish I maybe I need to get cancer and get it cut out of me to have some sort of outlook on life that I want to go out and fucking do something.
Maybe there's a better way. Maybe I'm just
maybe. Listen, maybe, but you don't know.
I don't know.
So,
Wally, how's your sister?
Yeah. So, my sister, she was going into the hospice, and now they have declined her from hospice.
What?
Yes. I'll first tell you the last two conversations I had with my sister. One was this week. One was the week before. The week before, she called me up to say, I answered the phone. Well, I pick up the phone and I go, hello. She goes, Wally? And I say, yes. They stole my magnifying glass. I said, what? So last Christmas, I sent her one of those magnifying glasses you can put around your neck so you can read. Because she liked to do puzzles and stuff and her vision isn't great. They stole my magnifying glass. And so I have a 10-minute conversation with her trying to convince her they haven't, maybe she's misplaced it, blah, blah, blah. 2 days ago, she calls me up. I answer the phone. Hello? Wally? Yes? They're not giving me my nightgowns back. They're stealing my nightgowns.
I mean, there is a big market for used nightgowns on the black market, so that makes sense.
I didn't even know the blacks wore nightgowns.
Why is it got to be black, Jess? What are you talking about?
I mean,
God, are we going to have a fucking Don Imus nappy-headed hose incident?
All of a sudden,
his sister
Jess
does have
pulls
a problem.
the race card.
His sister does have suspicions about the blacks.
She absolutely does.
Well,
have suspicions about the blacks.
Don't we all? Don't we all? There's
so I'm just having this comment. But anyways, so my sister, she is fucking not mentally astute enough to make decisions for herself or understand the fucking idea of quality of life. But what they've said is she hasn't declined enough for her age.
Wait a minute.
I don't fucking know.
Wait a minute. You don't have to be in decline to get hospice care.
Yes, so because of however it's being paid, I don't know, Jess. It comes out of her Medicaid or whatever it is she gets for her lifelong illness.
Fuck.
They said that it has to be a substantial decline over a shorter period of time instead of over the last year. She has declined this much. If she had declined that much in the last 2 months, it would be okay because she's under 60 or whatever the fuck it is. So basically what this is when my son was in the 3rd grade and had a reading comprehension problem in New York, when we lived in New York, in Cortland, he was tested. He tested 2 points above the level where you got the support you needed, that you could get into the program. So he couldn't get in the program. However, they eased him in and said, well, we do have an opening, but if someone tests lower, he's out and they're in. So Jody and I used to have this conversation. Well, basically, he's just not dumb enough.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem. He's not dumb enough to get the help he needs. Mm-hmm. And this is the problem with my sister. She's fucking not dying quick enough for her to be able to put in hospice. It's just fucking just tape after tape. So that's the deal. But I cannot wait for next week's call to find out what they're keeping from her. Ollie, they're not giving me my makeup. Someone stole my makeup. She's just declining.
When you talk to her, do say hi to Liv Soprano for me, okay?
It's heartbreaking, but it's comical. Some of it, and the conversations are. And I'm telling you, I talk to her, and because she has hearing aids, I'm telling you guys, my sister is fucked up. She's not just fucked up; she's fucked up. She's there, and so even her hearing aids. She was a hearing aids, and when I call her, she just doesn't talk back that much. She's always yelling. The TV's so fucking loud, I can barely hear her.
Oh,
and
dude, that's like my father. Holy shit!
When I can get a word, and I'm saying to her, "Do you have your hearing aids?" And I don't have any batteries. I just don't fucking
refuses. Know. He will not get a hearing aid. He's 84 years old. Can't hear anything out of his left. And he claims that was from driving with a window open for many years in the 1974 Colony Park. But and the right ear is is messed up as well. So I mean, my dad's favorite word is "eh," but you call over to the house, and on the rare occasion you don't get mom and dad picking up at the same time, having an argument with one another as to who called who. You wind up. I can hear in the background, Dad's watching a movie, and I'm hearing, hello, but really loud in the background, I'm hearing, don't give me that yellow line bullshit, Mary. From Airplane. Just loud as fuck. It's like, so Dad, how are you? No, everything's fine. Your sister's goddamn. And then you hear loud, you ever been in a Turkish prison, Joey? Just.
That's Peter Graves? So, speaking of hearing, talking of hearing, my hearing is fucking horrible. I have definitely degraded hearing from years and years of wearing those 8kg 240s.
Hey, look, the 7506s, the music didn't get louder, but the dial position did.
Yeah.
I wear these pretty much all day, every day, recording and editing audiobooks.
Yeah,
and
you're fucked.
Yeah, you're fucked.
I mean, as far as I know, my hearing is fine, but also... God. One of my biggest worries is that there's some sort of like low frequency that I'm not hearing in my audiobook editing. But I had an engineer listen to my stuff and he said it was fine. So
I've definitely lost a lot of high-end hearing ability.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of my high-end hearing ability is gone. I miss a lot of shit that's high-end. See, it's harder for you, Jess, I think, to know how your hearing is because you don't have in your house what I have. A wife who says, it's too fucking loud. I can hear it upstairs.
Well, I mean, you got to remember that, they can hear noises, Wally, that, others can't.
Careful.
My wife has bitch hearing.
Look up at the window and what's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? What is that? Are you a dog? No, I'm not a dog.
I am happy.
Fuck you.
I am happy my wife can hear. If she's upstairs and I say, if I'm talking to somebody quietly in the downstairs, and if I was having just a regular conversation, she'll come down. Now, what were you talking about? I heard you talking about blah, blah, but she'll repeat it to me. How the fuck did you hear that? You're on the third floor.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck are you yelling about when you're actually just having a conversation with yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my wife has fucking mom hearing all day long.
Oh, I've been to that rodeo.
Has.
My mother, if you would ask my mother something about, I don't know, how do you do this? How do you do this? How do you do this? My mom couldn't hear a goddamn thing. My dad could be sitting downstairs in the rec room, 40 feet away from my mother, and it just got, Jesus, bitch. What? Yeah.
Yeah, I live that life too. Yeah, I could. My wife will, and she can hear me walking away from me into the laundry room with a fucking dryer and the washing machine going. And we might be having a conversation, and on her way, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm trying to watch this. And she'll say,
they're fucking superhuman, Wally.
Oh, she can fucking hear me talking to myself in the quietest of quiet voices.
Oh, yeah, sure.
She hears me.
I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
She has, it's like, she has bat hearing, or I don't know what the fuck she's got, but she's got it. Me, I can't hear a fucking thing, you guys. I'm really, I can hear, but my high-end hearing is so just bad these days, and just my hearing in general. I've got to have the TV. My wife will watch TV at like a 12 volume. Mm-hmm. I watch TV at a 31 volume.
I watch TV at a 31 volume.
Jenna listens to shit loud. She's like, can you turn up the radio in the car? I've got it on 2 and I can hear it just fine. She's like, can you turn it up? I'm like, hey, I got to go. It's starting to thunder and I need to get inside the house.
All right. Well, here's what we have to talk about next week. I'm just gonna read you the headline. Okay. This is a true headline.
All right.
Okay.
20 camels booted from beauty contest for using injectables in hump inflation cheating scandal. Not The Onion. That's a real story.
God bless Iran.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Now.